Every morning, in military barracks across the world, there's a ritual most civilians never see. It's not about weapons, training, or even discipline. It's about something far more fundamental. The military instills daily habits that transform lives, habits that continue to serve veterans decades after taking off the uniform. These aren't typical military lessons. There's nothing here about rising at dawn or making beds with hospital corners. These are the deeper, more practical habits that separate high performers from everyone else. The first habit might seem obvious, but its execution is anything but. Never be late. In basic training, soldiers learn that being on time means being late. But this goes far beyond simply showing up early. Consider a high-stakes business meeting. Instead of relying on GPS and hope, military precision demands a reconnaissance. Drive the route the day before, find the parking, time the walk. When meeting day comes, enter calm and composed, while others rush in apologizing about traffic. And you know that feeling when you walk into a room completely prepared, while others are still catching their breath. That calm confidence that comes from knowing you've mastered the situation before it even begins. If you're nodding right now, you're exactly the kind of person who understands what real preparation means. For those who get it, who truly understand that success is built on these invisible disciplines, this community is for you. Because what comes next goes even deeper into the habits that separate the extraordinary from the merely good. These aren't just tips. They're the operating systems of excellence that most never see. And if you're still watching, you're someone who appreciates that level of detail. The second habit transforms chaos into clarity. Everything has its place. In military life, soldiers are confined to small spaces with an enormous amount of equipment. Survival might depend on finding something in seconds. This isn't about being naturally organized. It's about being intentionally efficient. In any office, there might be papers on the desk, but there's always a system. Every document, every tool, every resource has its designated space. This habit reduces stress, saves time, and creates mental bandwidth for more important decisions. The third habit might surprise many: doing your own ironing. This isn't about saving money or being particular. It's about taking personal responsibility for standards. When someone presses their own clothes, they develop an intimate understanding of how to present themselves to the world. It becomes a meditation, a moment of focus where the chaos of life gets ironed out. The creases in shirts, the lines in trousers, they become a signature, a standard, a responsibility. Fourth, and this one's crucial, polish shoes like life depends on it. Because in some ways, it does. A well-polished shoe isn't just about appearance. When working the polish into the leather, it becomes an inspection of equipment. One notices the wear patterns, the potential weak spots, the areas needing repair. This habit has saved countless professionals from wet feet and ruined meetings. But more importantly, it's about attention to detail. People notice polished shoes. They associate them with professionalism, reliability, and excellence. Often, when someone compliments well-polished shoes, the next question is always, military background? The final habit is perhaps the most powerful: tactical humor. In the military and law enforcement, appropriate humor isn't just about being lighthearted. It's a survival tool. When tension is high and stakes are higher, the right moment of levity can reset the room. This isn't about being the office clown or making light of serious situations. It's about understanding that humor, properly applied, can diffuse tension, build bonds, and create breathing space in high-stress moments. These habits might seem simple, even mundane, but that's precisely their power. Excellence isn't built on grand gestures or momentous decisions. It's built on these small, consistent actions performed day after day. They create a foundation of competence and confidence that carries through any situation. Military service instills habits that become the framework for civilian success. They're not about military precision or rigid discipline. They're about understanding that the small things, done consistently and with purpose, create the structure for everything else. Beyond the profound lessons of military service, honor, integrity, leadership, and sacrifice, these 5 habits are the real daily disciplines that change everything. They're the invisible operating system running beneath every successful day. And here's the truth about these habits. They're not about perfection. They're about intention. They're about choosing every day to maintain standards not because someone is watching, but because excellence is a choice made in private moments. These habits don't just change how others see you, they change how you see yourself. These habits can be adapted and personalized, because excellence isn't about wearing a uniform. It's about the daily decisions that shape who we become. Start with one habit, master it, move to the next. This isn't about transforming overnight. It's about building a foundation that will support whatever path lies ahead. Remember, these habits aren't about military precision. They're about personal excellence. They're about understanding that the difference between good and exceptional isn't found in the big moments. It's built in these small daily disciplines that most people never see.